Lucky's Superpower Story. Super Learning During the Pandemic. Hey kids! We think that safety and preparedness is always important, and even more important now as many of the activities that have been familiar to all of us are now changing. We developed a series of activity books to help you learn about safety and preparedness in a fun way, and you can practice these skills as often as you want to, and even use your imagination to think of new activities. This is book 2, and there will be one more book in this series. Explore and learn about preparedness with puzzles, games, coloring, drawing, and educational activities that you can practice at home and later in school. Remember, preparedness always matters. It is your new superpower. Check out pwporg.org for additional resources and some cool videos. Hey kids! Meet Lucky the preparedness dog, who serves as Kiernan Group Holdings' mascot. When we found Lucky in the animal shelter, he didn't even have a name, and he was pretty lonely. We were so lucky to find him, and now he has a new mission. Lucky enjoys helping kids learn, and he especially loves to help kids practice new skills. Lucky will help you learn a lot about safety and preparedness, which is super important, especially now when so many things that we know already have been changing. In Lucky's first book, he taught you about the new rules everyone should follow during the pandemic, like social distancing, hand washing, and wearing masks. In this book, he will teach you about a few new superpowers that are important to learn and practice as we start going out and soon back to school. Bye! Ava and William yell together as they get on the bus. Today is the first day back at school after being quarantined, and everyone is a little nervous, but very excited too. William picks a seat and sits down, and Ava sits with him. "I was saving this seat for my friend," said William. "Remember, William, we have to social distance, which means staying 6 feet away from people we don't live with," says Ava. "But since you are my brother, we can sit together." A few stops later, one of their friends gets on the bus and tries to sit in the seat in front of them. William says, "Wait, we have to stay 6 feet away from each other. I wish you could sit there, but we need to be safe." "I know," says Ava. "We can use our homemade measuring tool to see if we're 6 feet apart. Mine reminds me to wash my hands and wear a mask when I'm not at home." Their friend says, "That's a great idea." "Ava and I made these to help us know how to keep a safe distance when we are out in public," says William. "I wrote down the new rules on mine, like remembering to wash my hands and wear a mask," says Ava. "Mom added one to mine. It says, 'Remember to be a super friend.'" William says, "You win. Mom wrote on mine too, and she put, 'Remember to do your homework.'" Ava points to the seat diagonally from them. "Look, that seat is 6 feet away," says Ava. Their friend sits down, and they talk about how excited they are to start this school year. Have you made your social distancing measuring tool yet? Turn to page 26 to make yours, and you can practice measuring with Ava and William. "Good morning, class," their teacher says. "Grab a desk. I know they are a little far apart, but we have to make sure to keep a safe distance. Today, we have a very special guest here to teach us about being prepared and staying safe now that we are back in school. Lucky the preparedness dog." "Hi, kids," says Lucky. "Even though you are back in school, that does not mean the virus is gone completely. It is more important now to follow the rules to stay safe and healthy. Today, we're going to talk about some new superpowers and some that we learned earlier this year. The first 2 superpowers that we're going to talk about today are super listening and super attention," says Lucky. You use these to listen and follow the directions of your teachers, parents, and other trusted adults like your sports coach. Not only are they teaching you things that are important, but they are also trying to keep you safe. And using both of these superpowers can help you achieve super learning. So when the teacher tells you to wash your hands, or tells you to make sure to keep a safe distance from everyone, or even when they're telling you how to do a new math problem, says Lucky, you can use your super listening and super attention to pay close attention to them and follow their directions. The teacher stands up in front of the class and says, "Okay, class, it is almost time for recess, so there are a few things that Lucky wants you to remember." Another superpower that is really important is danger sense, says Lucky. Your danger sense is activated when you see things that do not look right, whether that is seeing someone doing something unsafe or not doing what they're supposed to be doing. We already know that our danger sense is activated if we see a stranger come near our school or if someone brings any kind of weapon to school. Now there are more things to think about when we need to use this superpower, like if you see someone not wash their hands or take off their mask. If your danger sense is activated and you see something wrong, Lucky continues, then you should use your super honesty to tell a parent, teacher, or trusted adult. The teacher lines up all the students and they go outside for recess. Now that you know what should activate your danger sense, can you see anything in this picture that does not look right? Circle them. Ava and William were talking to their friend while out at recess when their friend says, "I have to tell you a secret. I think I'm sick, but please don't tell anyone because I don't want to go home and leave my friends." Ava and William look at each other and Ava says, "I know it may be hard to get sent home from school when you are sick and not see your friends at school, but we have to be safe. We have to use our super honesty, even when we don't want to, because it is the right thing to do. William and I will go with you to tell the teacher." They all walk over to the teacher and Lucky, and their friend says, "I've been having symptoms, and I think I'm sick, but I was scared to tell you. Ava and William helped me understand that it is more important to be safe and prepared than scared." "Thank you for telling me," says the teacher. "Let's go to the nurse's office and see what's going on." "Thank you for helping your friend come forward and tell the teacher how he was feeling," says Lucky. "Helping someone do the right thing, even when they don't want to, makes you a super friend." Ava and William smile and run back to their friends for the rest of recess. The school day was coming to a close, and everyone was excited to go home and tell their parents what they learned. "I hope everyone had a great first day back to school, and I hope you learned a lot about being prepared and staying safe now that we are back in school," says the teacher. "Grab hand sanitizer before leaving the classroom, and be careful not to touch too many things when you get home until you wash your hands. Remember, masks all go in the wash." The bell rings, and all the kids line up 6 feet apart and walk out to the buses. "Thank you so much, Lucky, for coming to school and teaching us all about staying safe," says William. Lucky responds, "Don't thank me. Thank your teachers, bus drivers, school nurses, cafeteria workers, school resource officers, and crossing guards who have all come back to help you learn and to keep you safe." "Thank you, school staff," Ava and William say as they give them a round of applause. Then they get on the bus and go home. Lucky's lessons. Number 1. When everyone starts going back to school, washing your hands, wearing a mask, and social distancing are very important rules to follow to keep everyone as safe and healthy as possible. Number 2. Social distancing means staying 6 feet away from everyone who does not live in your house. Number 3, use your super listening and super attention to listen and follow the directions of your teachers, parents, and other trusted adults, like your sports coach. Number 4, be on the lookout for anything that activates your danger sense, and use your super honesty to tell parents, teachers, or other trusted adults when something doesn't look right. Number 5, teachers, bus drivers, school nurses, cafeteria workers, security officers, and crossing guards are coming back to school as well to keep you safe and help you learn. Make sure you tell them thank you. Lucky's new words. Pandemic. The outbreak of a disease that can affect the whole world. Social distance. Staying 6 feet away from people while you are out in public to keep the virus from spreading. Symptom. Something does not feel right about your health to you. Honesty. Telling all the truth all the time. Ask your parents to borrow a $1 bill. You can use the bill to trace the length and make your own 6-foot measuring device with paper and Scotch tape and pictures too. It would be a great project, and you can use it when you go out. Maybe the dollar bill can be a reward for your project, and you will not have to pay it back.